If I say I'm gay, the whole world is gonna change.
Yeah, it will.
So, this week we have several people commenting about how they live where there's lots of homophobia. Well, guess what? I've done the same exact things that you guys are doing right now, and that's coming out to homophobic people. And one of those homophobic people just happened to be my dad. So, my dad was a youth pastor, and I grew up in this super Christian, conservative, Republican sort of family. Over the years, every single month, I would hear a homophobic comment. And you know what my first reaction was when I found out that he was super homophobic? Yelling. It was me, my sister, and him, and we were just talking. This time we had already been in a heated argument and I think about the Bible or something, and he basically said gays are going to hell. And that's basically the worst thing I've heard from his mouth. So I yelled, and I don't recommend it. I don't recommend doing that at all. So this is the first thing that I remember whenever I come out to homophobic people or religious people. And that is, people are just people. It's easy to say to them, hey, you're a racist, you're a bigot, you're a homophobe, you're a stupid, ignorant son of a beach. It's easy to say that. It just rolls off your tongue. But it's harder to say and admit that they are only human and that they have their faults too. You have your faults, but they have faults that directly impacts you. The second thing about telling other people is first expand your world. What does that mean? So one of the comments that we got said, you know, I just feel super alone in this world. I just don't know what to do. And the thing that I like about this comment, I mean, I hate that you feel alone in this world, but the thing that I like about this comment is that it's something almost universal in the gay community. It's something that sort of connects us, is that we all have had that period of feeling alone, whether it's a second, a minute, or for me, years. So, this is what I did when I first found out that I was gay. Before I told anybody, I just wanted somebody there to help me. I just wanted somebody there to see me, to know me, to feel what I feel. The thing that helped me the most was finding people locally in my city that I could talk to, that went to the same situation that I went through. Whether it's someone of LGBT origin, someone who's a family, or even just someone who's just a super straight ally and knows a lot of resources. Here's what I would do. Go to the internet, type in your city, and after it, type in something like gay resources or LGBT resources or something like that. Probably going to find a lot of things that are like articles or like on the news or something. But if you dig hard enough, you might find a center that you didn't even know existed in your city. That's what happened with me. I didn't actually go to the teen center. I emailed the person. And she's like, come in. But I was like, no, I'm just way too afraid. So she's like, just, ask me questions and I'll answer them. So that's what happened. And, it was one of the best decisions that I made before I came out to a lot of people. If there is nothing gay at all whatsoever, how do I say this? You will be surprised at how open people may be. When I say expand your world, I don't just mean your gay world. I mean expanding your entire world. What does that mean? It means getting opportunities to meet more people other than the people in your circle. If your circle is not as supportive as you want it, then find another circle. Join a club, join a sport, find something that you enjoy doing and that you can find a group of friends who will accept you because you guys love doing the things that you love. Third piece of advice that I have to give to you when dealing with homophobia or coming out to homophobes is do it when you're ready. And I think Evan said that already, and if you find a lot of videos, they'll say that. Just because your girlfriend or boyfriend or somebody, says, hey, you need to come out, Come out when you want to come out. Don't come out for them. Come out for you. Because I guarantee it will be more comfortable for you. You'll be put at ease if you're not pressured. If it's just you wanting to come out and tell your feelings to your parents or your siblings or whoever it is. Do it when you're ready. Alright? The fourth piece of advice is obviously, well, when you're doing it, how do you do it? So, when, everybody has their little deals. Some people like to talk it out. Some people don't talk and they like to write it out or something like that. That was what it was for me. You figure out how the most comfortable way that you feel, especially with different people, that you feel you can do it. If you're coming out to somebody who you suspect is homophobic or you suspect is like a religious person and they will reject you, I recommend that you write a letter. You can erase it, you can delete it, you can re-edit it, you can chop it up, put it back together. You can say everything you want to say on a letter. When you're talking to people and they're homophobic and a lot of the times you just want to be like, oh my gosh, why are you so homophobic? You just want to strangle them sometimes, or like they'll give you blank looks or stuff like that and you get nervous and you don't want to say it. When you write a letter, you can just give it to them. So this brings us to the next one, resources. When people come out and when family members or people find out, they have a lot of questions. They don't know what to, like what Evan said, they have a lot of questions. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. It might be awkward for them. They don't know what they should do, basically. So one of the resources is PFLAG. PFLAG stands for Parents and Family Members of Gays and Lesbians, I believe. And they have on their website free PDF files, booklets that you can print out, or you can go to your local chapter and get one. I wouldn't just be like, oh, here's my letter, here's my coming out story, oh, and here's this PFLAG pamphlet. But I would say in the letter, if you need anything else, I am here for you, and I have brief stuff for you to see if you just let me show it to you. And the second thing is when you're talking to religious people. It's the most difficult thing. That's why I said write a letter. If you write a letter and you say, I know that you think that it's against your religion or something, here are some resources that you might find helpful. Heck, maybe they don't need it. But one of the things that I sort of developed being a gay person and being raised in a religious family is trying to figure out how to balance that and trying to describe it to your parents. And the best thing that I can say is that in all of your religions, on all these religions, there's this one basic principle. I'll go with Gandhi here. Dharma, the ultimate Dharma is truth. So what that is like the ultimate most stable thing, the thing that is just most known, that is the it factor, is truth. But Jesus says it by saying, or the word says it by saying, truth will set you free. The only way to get to truth, according to Gandhi, according to most religions, is love. Basically, whenever I talk to religious people, I just say, you know what, we might disagree. Who knows the truth? But all I ask of you is to love me. Because if you're talking, for example, to a Christian, Jesus said, all I ask of you is to love everybody else just as I loved you. So when you go to that person to say, all I ask of you is for you to love me just as Jesus loved everybody else. Alright, just remember, you're not alone. There's lots of homophobes, but there are even more gay supporters. Like, seriously.
I'm not the guy.